adventurers. Today, we're decoding Aries' soul horoscope for August 2025 that promises to bring both challenges and blessings. And trust me, it's going to be a wild ride. My trusted co-host Brian is here to explain it all. So cozy up, sip something warm, and let him spill the celestial tea. Brian, take the floor.
Thank you, Maya. You always bring the cosmic vibes. Let's talk about how these planetary movements will influence our lives, and why now is the perfect time to lean into their energy. Aries. There is a moment, just before the leap, when the world holds its breath, not dramatically, not with thunder or flashing lights, but quietly, like a secret whispered between old friends. It happens in the pause between heartbeats, in the stillness before dawn, in the split second when you forget what you're about to say. And if you're paying attention, that's really paying attention, you'll notice it. August has arrived. It doesn't knock. It doesn't announce itself with fireworks or motivational quotes. It simply settles in, like a cat choosing your lap. Uninvited, but somehow already welcome. And once it's here, everything changes. Not all at once, but slowly. Like ink spreading through water, coloring your thoughts, your dreams, your decisions. This is not just another month. This is a threshold, the silence that speaks louder than words. August begins with a deep breath, a pause, a hush so profound it feels like the universe is leaning in, waiting for you to say something true. You may not notice it at first. You're too busy replying to emails, scrolling through feeds, pretending you're not avoiding that one conversation with yourself. But then, one morning you wake up and realize you don't want to rush anymore. The urgency that used to grip your chest like a vice has loosened. You sip your coffee, you watch the light shift across the floor, you feel present. That's the first sign. August doesn't care about your to-do list, it cares about your to-be list. Who are you when no one is watching? What do you long for when the noise fades? What old story are you ready to stop telling yourself? This month the answers won't come in bold letters or divine visions. They'll come in whispers. A song on the radio that makes you cry for no reason. A dream you can't quite remember. A stranger's offhand comment that hits you like a truth grenade. These aren't coincidences, they're messages, and if you don't listen, they'll keep repeating, louder, bolder, until you finally turn around and say, "All right, I'm listening, so slow down, breathe, let the silence speak. It has something important to tell you. Something about love, about purpose, about the life you were meant to live before you started editing yourself for other people." The alchemy of unexpected encounters. Fate has a sense of humor. It rarely shows up in a tuxedo or with a red carpet. No, it prefers disguises, a delayed train, a wrong turn, a forgotten umbrella, and then just when you're about to curse your luck, it happens. You meet someone. Not just anyone, someone who looks at you and sees you, not your job, not your achievements, not your carefully curated Instagram persona, just you. And in that moment, something shifts. These are the meetings August specializes in. The ones that feel like homecoming. The ones where a 5-minute conversation unlocks a decision you've been avoiding for 5 years. The ones where a casual "how are you" is answered with such honesty that both of you end up sitting in stunned silence, realizing you've just crossed a border into deeper territory. Don't ignore them, don't rationalize them away. That person wasn't random, that moment wasn't chance. It was orchestrated by the universe, by karma, by the quiet intelligence that runs beneath everything. And if you're single, don't expect some grand romance. August isn't about finding the one, it's about finding yourself, often through someone who makes you feel so seen that you finally stop hiding. And if you're in a relationship, brace yourself. This month may feel like a rebirth, not because anything is wrong, but because you're both finally ready to stop pretending and start being. Your body is smarter than your mind. We live in a world that worships speed. We pride ourselves on surviving on 3 hours of sleep, on answering messages before the notification sound finishes, on calling exhaustion productivity. But your body, it's not fooled. While your mind races forward, your body remembers. It remembers every unshed tear, every suppressed fear, every "I'm fine" spoken through clenched teeth. And in August it begins to speak, not in words but in sensations. A knot in your shoulders, a restlessness at 3 a.m., a sudden craving for warmth, for water, for stillness. This is not a malfunction, this is mercy. Your body is not your enemy. It's your oldest ally, whispering in a language older than thought. Slow down, breathe, you are not a machine. You are a living, breathing, feeling miracle. So this month, do something radical. Touch water. Not just to wash your hands, but to feel it. The temperature, the flow, the way it wraps around your skin like a forgotten lullaby. Eat warm food, the kind that fills not just your stomach, but your soul. Walk without a destination. Let someone massage your tired shoulders, or better yet, massage your own feet and thank them for carrying you this far. And if you're feeling tired, say it. If your heart is heavy, name it. The world will not collapse. The sky will not fall. But something else might, the illusion that you have to do it all alone. Because here's the punchline the universe delivers with a wink. Nothing we push down ever stays buried. It only resurfaces. In illness, in anxiety, in relationships that feel like prisons. But when we finally speak, when we finally feel, when we finally say, I'm not okay, the magic happens. The weight lifts, space opens, and suddenly life, real, messy, beautiful life, rushes in to fill the void, the quiet revolution of letting go. August doesn't want heroes. It doesn't demand grand gestures or dramatic breakups or quitting your job to become a goat farmer in the Andes, though no judgment if that's your path. No, August asks for something far more terrifying. Honesty. Honesty about what you truly want. Honesty about who you've become. Honesty about the relationships that no longer serve you, not because anyone did anything wrong, but because you've outgrown the story. This is the quiet revolution of August, not the loud, fiery kind that makes headlines, but the silent kind that changes everything. The kind where you realize one morning that you no longer need to prove anything to anyone, that the old scripts, the ones about success, love, worthiness, no longer fit. And so without drama, without guilt, you set them down. For those in relationships, this month may feel like a cleansing, a mutual agreement to stop playing roles and start showing up as real human beings, flaws and all. For the single ones, August may bring not the right person, but the real one. The one who makes you feel like you can finally exhale, the one who doesn't fix you because you were never broken to begin with. And family. Family. That sacred, complicated web of love and history. This month, boundaries may rise like ancient walls, not to keep people out, but to define where you end and others begin. Someone may ask for help, someone may demand your energy, and for the first time you might say, I can't, and mean it, not with guilt, but with peace. Because here's the truth they don't put on motivational posters. Love does not require self-annihilation. You can care deeply and still say no. You can honor your roots and still grow in a new direction. You can be kind and firm. You can be soft and strong. The doorway to what comes next August will not give you answers. It is not that kind of month, but it will give you something better, direction. If you run, it will remain silent. If you distract yourself with noise, it will offer nothing. But if you stop, truly stop, and ask, even in a whisper, where do I want to go, the silence will respond. Not in words, not in visions, but in a feeling, a pull, a quiet knowing that settles in your chest like a warm stone. That is the voice of your soul. Not loud, not dramatic, but unshakable. And if you're brave enough to follow it, you may find that the old patterns, the fears, the doubts, the stories you've told yourself for years simply fall away. Not with a bang, but with a sigh. Like leaves letting go in autumn, they drift to the ground, making space for what comes next. You won't notice it at first, but one morning you'll wake up and realize, I am home. Not in a place, but in yourself, in your breath, in your body, in this life, messy, imperfect, and utterly yours. A final note with a wink. Before we part, let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, this is the time to sign contracts, to file paperwork, to make decisions that require pens and notaries. Around mid-month, the stars align for closure, for ending what needs to end and beginning what needs to begin. So if you've been waiting for a sign, here it is. Not in lightning, not in dreams, but in the quiet certainty that now is the time. And if this message resonated with you, if you felt even for a moment that someone out there gets it, then please leave a comment. Tell me what August is asking of you, what you're ready to release, what you're finally ready to welcome. Your words might be the light someone else is searching for in the dark. And if you keep coming back to this space, consider subscribing. Not because I need it, though between us it does help, but because it's your way of saying, this matters to me. And in a world that often feels cold and chaotic, That small act of recognition is its own kind of magic. You can even support this work financially if your heart moves you through Patreon or other means. But know this, whether you give money, time, or just your attention, you're already enough. You're already seen, so go ahead. Breathe, laugh, cry, dance in your kitchen. Call that person you've been avoiding. Say no to what drains you. Say yes to what sets your soul on fire, because August is here and it is not asking for perfection. It is asking for you. Raw, real, and beautifully unapologetically alive. Until next time, may your silence speak, your heart lead, and your life feel at long last like home.
And that's a cosmic mic drop, my friends. The universe is guiding us, but only we can choose to listen. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more astro adventures, and join the conversation in the comments. Until next time, stay fearless, stay fabulous, and keep dancing to the rhythm of the cosmos. Meow off.